Hello, once again, everybody. Welcome back to some more Star Technology. I am Towkn, and as you can see behind me, I do have the blast furnace just turned on now. And yeah, it's going. It's going. I figured a couple things out with it. The biggest was the power issue. I kind of figured out why it wasn't working as well as I thought it was. And yeah. Anyways, let's go over there and look at it real quick. I also moved all of this. So we got water underneath there that feeds this guy, which feeds this guy, which then feeds this. We have the electric going all over the place, going there and there, but now we have a much easier pathway going back through here. I also went ahead and remade our electrolyzer, put it right there for right now. But yeah, but as far as our power issue goes, this, as you can see, we had the blue for the in power in, right? And we had all these things connected up to here. And the power in, we did not have anything pulling power out. So now we have power being pulled out of this up into here, and then because it pushes power out on that side there, it's pushing the power out to there. So as you can see, this is draining power. But these are no longer draining power, which means I could turn this on and let it go. So we are now getting some of that because I went ahead and did what we needed to do with the aluminum so that we can get the aluminum we need to be able to make the other stuff we need to make. But of course, we still need to worry about some other stuff. Also, went ahead, moved all my carrots over here from there, just so I could get food a little bit easier without having to go into that pen and dealing with that. And if we come over here to this, I haven't actually checked to see how this sword's doing. Okay, so the sword is still there, but you can see this creeper. It goes like this. It pushes very slowly. Boom, boom. That's how it works. Yeah, but you can see if we click on here and we'll open this up, we can see we've gotten a decent amount of stuff. The ender pearls are honestly, in my opinion, one of the things that I'm like, I did not think I would ever actually get in there because I figured if an enderman got in there and got hit, it would just teleport out. But I guess it didn't. Of course, yeah. But yeah, I'm also gonna say with this here now being here, that stone is now close enough that when I open this up, we have our stone directly here too, so that is good. But anyways, we need to go back into here and type in electro because we need to make this guy, which means we need to make another one of these, which means we need to make one of these. Since we have our plates now, we could do that. We'll grab that, put that down there. We will then come over to this where we click here to get that. And then we are going to be able to make ourselves a medium voltage or an advanced electrolyzer, which means we should be able to come over here, put that right there, and that shouldn't blow up. Yeah, good. That did not blow up. Okay, perfect. So now we should be able to get clay dust. Right, so if we come over here and type in clay. Of course, we did lose a bunch of clay dust when it blew. Well, the other one blew up, right? But now if I go like that, that should do that. Which, if we remember right, clay dust here will give us silicone dust. So we got silicone dust, which is what we are looking for. Because we're going to need to put silicone dust. I mean, we're going to need a lot more of it. So we're going to need a lot more clay dust, which kind of sucks, but is okay. What that sucks about it really is the easiest way to get to our water source to be able to get some clay is going to be down here, I think. So if we do that, and we grab this, and we put this right here. Come on, move up just a little bit. There we go. We can put that right there. I mean, we technically do have these over here, right? That could make clay. And right now they're just making salt water. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go in here real quick. Type in clay. And again, clay, the easiest way to get it is barrel soaking of dust. It's 0.75. We do have barrel transformation, which if we were to do that, we could possibly do that quickly in here. Because, I mean, we could change this, right? We could go in here. Maybe it's to this one here? No. Input, but wait, maybe it'll do it in here. I'm not sure. Because let's see, what do we have on this side? We do have an output bus. So if I was to get some clay, or not clay, some dust. So if we ran all, well, actually, I don't know why I'm running all the way over there. Don't know why I'm running all the way over there. I could literally just sit here and hit B and open up my thing because I made an advanced one so we could do that. So we could just sit here, go like this. And if I was to put this in here, it'll do it, won't it? Nice. And then it puts it out there. The only thing is we don't now we don't have enough water in there. And that's really about we need to go over here. We need to do something else real quick. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna type in down here PIP. Then we'll click on this. What do we need for this? So we're gonna need some small iron pipes, which we can get in an extruder, which we don't have. So let's just go ahead and go like this real quick, and we'll do that. We can then click here to click this, which means we need some of these, which means we need some of these. So we'll go in here and type in iron real quick. And grab out a couple of those. Bring them over to our polarizer so that we can get those out. And we go over here, click on this, and go, ooh, we probably are short. Let's see, probably tin cable, or, because I doubt copper wire. No, we got plenty of that. Tin. So yeah, the tin cable. So if we go here, we click this. Make some of those. There we go. Then that will let us click on the motor and go like that. And go like that, which will let us click on the conveyor belt to go like that. And then I should be able to, what are we short on here? Not enough, probably the invar. Okay, so invar, right? Invar, yeah, we only have 4 plates. So let's go ahead, take some of this invar we have over here, throw it in here real quick to get those plates we need. And once we get those plates, we'll be able to make another. We'll make this basic pipe upgrade so that we can bring it over here and shift click it into there. So that's now transferring twice as much water. We could do that. I could then hit B right here, pull out some more dust, throw it in there. And yeah, I mean, that's much quicker than it was before, but it is still what it is. Okay, then we go here, and if we press U on this, is there going to be a better way of getting this? So if we throw it in here, it's just 1 ball for 1 dust, which is better. We could get it from a centrifuge that way. Let's see, ore washing. We get it from Towkn and some other stuff. Packer. Taking stuff apart, sure. So really the best way to get it now is actually going to be from the balls. So if we go like this and put that down and then shift click on this, and then we could just kind of go like this, say on surface, and do that, then jump up here, like that. There we go. And then we can break this to get a bunch of that. And then it said we throw it in here, right? Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's still not quite as fast as doing it by hand, just with wasting the entire stack, because we get like that. Right, because if we did this again, right, we press U on that, we just get one. So, yeah. But if we wanted it real quick, we could, yeah, just run over here, go like this. Go like that, throw that up there. Throw that all in there. Go like that to get 64 real fast. And be done with it. Which would then let us bring it over here to the electrolyzer. We could throw it in here. And let it run to get that stuff. So that if we go here, electrolyzer, let's turn that sound off because that is a very, very annoying sound. But yeah, we are now getting sodium, lithium, aluminum, and silicon. Right. And sodium, I think we also was one of the things we were possibly looking for, because I think we need like sodium sulfite, right? Was that actually what it was we were looking for? Let's go ahead, take this down from here. Bring it over to here real quick where we go like this. Put that there. We'll grab this one. Put it on that side. It's going to fill up with nitrogen too. I thought so. Okay, that's fine though. That's fine. Because once this is empty of nitrogen, the other one, once it's empty of nitrogen, we could put it on there and it'd give it oxygen. Yeah. Yeah, but that's going to be a little while. We still have 39 of those. We are up to 11 of them here. But yeah, but if we walk up here now, we look at this. It looks like this one's not as bad on power consumption as the aluminum was. But we now have that going, so we're good there. Okay, so we're good with that. So now we press this, right? We got this. We probably want to make an advanced centrifuge too, if we could, but I don't think we can quite yet. What is this? Primarily for making charcoal and coal coke. Recipes often, or you can replace your coke oven as a surface. Okay, so that would just replace for making creosote. Okay, we are going to need an advanced laser engraver, so let's go ahead and click on this and go like this so we can see what all we actually need to make for that. Okay, so we're going to need to make these things, which means we're going to need to make some things, which means you can see that we need a lot of aluminum for those. Okay, and then for MV emitter, we're going to apparently need a flawless emerald. Ooh. Medium voltage circuits, electrum rods. So we're going to need some electrum rods too. So if we go in here real quick, type in elect. So we do have some electrum. So let's go ahead and come over here and go to the lathe and put 4 of those in there to make that. We will also click on this and turn off the cut sound from that. Yes, okay, perfect. Perfect. So that's doing that. That's doing that. That's got that in it. For some reason, I doubt this is going to be empty from gas yet, which is fine. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we can take this and throw that coin in there. We can come over to this, which apparently doesn't have enough power right now, which is fine. It's fine. We did get a bunch of stuff. We do need to get water pulled out of here and basically throw it away, though. So let's go over here and down here and type in trash real quick. Can we make a fluid trash can? Yes, we can. Perfect. So we go like that. We can then go up here real quick and type in here FLU. Do we have... I'm assuming I could just hook up one of these. I mean, let's see. That's 6. Let's hook up one of the lead ones because what's better to transfer water than lead, right? Okay, so if I went like this and we put that right there, can I put this right here and then connect that there and have that pull the water out? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I don't know how those work still. Okay, so we need to get a way to pull water out, which means we need another pipe. I'm going to come over here and grab this one, which I could do because it was a thing. If we then go like that, and of course, yeah, it did that. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and break it, put it down, and then we just go like that. That'll pull the water out, throw it in here, which will void all that excess water we don't need. Okay, then if we turn this back on so we could finish running that process right there real quick. It'll do that. It'll do it one more time. And yeah, then we could also take our aluminum, because we're going to need this aluminum. And ooh, this is now at the struggle point, which means this must be almost, yep, that is out of power. We definitely need to get a way to get more power into this one. I wonder how the other ones are doing with power then now too. Let's go like this and grab our stairs. And just put them like that so we can get up here. As you can see, that one still has plenty of power. That one still has plenty of power. But they are getting power, directly from this stuff. So, yeah. So really, we just need to figure out a way. I really don't want to build a whole nother one of these over there just to get power to that. And I really don't feel like tearing that down and moving it over here just to have it closer. I mean, I got this area here, but I wanted to save it just to be able to make 2 more of these later. But I think the biggest issue really is just how fast I could transfer. I mean, I am curious. Because, I mean, we do have the possibility in here. If I press this button, right, we go to here, we go to power. We have this here, which is flux dust according to that, which is in high voltage, sadly. Darn. Okay, so if we click on this, the only way to get that is large chemical. In an EV, which would mean we would need minimum of stuff. Darn, I was hoping there was going to be a way we could get it without that, but darn. Shoot. Well, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, let's throw that in there, and let's start making some more of this so that we can get some more of that. Okay, so that's how we're doing this right now. Okay, we'll come over here now. We'll click on this. Let's take this out and throw that in. But yeah, the biggest thing is we just need to get power into here. So let's see what we can do with the the Greg Tech ones, right? Because if we click on this, we had the basic gas turbine, which if we click on this, and press U on this. So basically, this would turn methane or butane, that or that, benzene. So these all turn stuff into stuff. Sulfuric, refinery, ethylene. So we'd have to, at this point, we'd have to learn how to make all this stuff, which doesn't sound like fun. So if we go back into here, there is the combustion, which I'm assuming mainly just burns. Okay, so biodiesel, ethanol, light oil, raw oil, whatever that is. It's basically the same thing, just a bunch of stuff we'd have to figure out how to make. Whereas I'm assuming the steam, if we press U on this, this just needs steam, which we can get steam. We have a way of getting steam, so we could probably just build this. And then if we were able to, we could probably build the medium voltage one, which is going to be expensive, but yeah. So we go in here. Actually, we'll press B again, and we'll type in STEAM. So we click on this. What do we need to make this? So we're going to need 2 more of these. So go like this and go on. Apparently we are out of copper wire. So let's go ahead, take out this, bring it over here, throw it in there, start making some copper wire. We are also out of tin cable, which what I can do is I go here, right? We go like this and put all of that rubber into there. Come over here, type in tin, take out a whole stack of tin wire, bring it over here and go like that, and that'll start making a bunch of tin cable for us. Alright, so there's our copper wire. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're also going to go ahead and pull out a couple stacks of copper real quick to just bring them over here to make some copper ingots again. Okay, then we'll come over here. There we go. Grab that. Perfect. We can let all that other stuff run for a while. Then we can click here. Like that to make... Come on. To make that. There we go. Okay, perfect. So with that, we can then click on here. What else do we need? We need one of these. Seems we need one of these. So let's go like that. Perfect. Low voltage machine hall. Perfect. There we go. We now need normal bronze fluid pipes. We go like this and go one. Ooh, we're out of bronze. We are out of bronze. Bronze. Ooh, yep, completely out of bronze. So let's see. What do we need to make bronze? We'll go like this and sure. We only need 3 anyway, so we'll go ahead like that. So we can get that 3 bronze. There we go. We can then bring it over here. Throw it in there. It'll be good. There we go. Then we have that for our tin cable. We have this for our wire mill. I'm going to go ahead and take this torch and throw it down right here. Take the torch and throw it down right there, not the wire. There we go. So that we can grab 3 bronze plates. To bring them over here. Press U on. Okay, of course, it's going to have a whole lot more. There we go. Boom. Put that in there. There we go. We can throw that there. We can throw all this in there. We can throw that in there. Technically throw that in there and this in there. That. And that. Probably the rock salt in there. Easily the linking tool to steel dust. Okay. So now we go here, click on this. We just need the tin rotors, which means we need some more tin rings. Means we need some more tin rods. So let's go here, type in tin. That's tin alloy. There we go, tin. Okay, so we can bring it over here to the lathe and go basic tin. Boom, there we go. That'll start doing that. Grab that copper. Okay, we can throw electrum rods in here, copper wire in there, electrum ingots in there. We can throw that in there, that in there, that. Honestly, we could throw that in there. We can throw the stairs in there. And be good. The mercenary thing. Let's go get some more clay. Okay, then we can take these to the cutter. Right? Because that cutter will then turn those into bolts. And then we take the bolts and throw them back in the lathe in just a little bit. But we'll just, once this one makes this one, this will give us what we need for our rings, I believe. Right, so we go like that. We press U on this cutter. Is that forge hammer? Is just that bender. Is that, so there's no easy way to make the little rings, which is fine. We could take that, throw that in there, throw this in here, and boom, there we go. Some screws, perfect. Okay, we can then bring this over here, click on here. Take this out, press U on this to click on this. Throw all those in there and go like that. There we go. Throw that in there. And then we can make ourselves 2 rotors to be able to make ourselves our basic steam thing here. And if we go up here, type it STE. High price. I don't know if there's a difference between that and the other one. Wait, do we did oh yeah, I was about to say what happened to our other steam generators, but yeah, they're over here. And they're still just technically heating up. Oh yeah, they're heating up because they don't have water. Okay. I completely forgot about the water need for these. But that's fine because we're just going to move them over here. And up here. And be okay with that. Okay. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that back down real quick and break that and that. And then we'll bring this back up. But we want to take these over here as they are because they already have heat in them. So they should be good to go then because they're already full temperature. And then we go like that. And put that there. Like that. I'm assuming I should be able to put this here. And maybe connect it via that. And then we just need to get some water for these guys. So let's go ahead down to here and make ourselves another one of these. And we'll grab ourselves some buckets like so. Then we can grab 2 things of water. Let's go ahead and hit B real quick to grab out some cobblestone. Just so I could go like this here. Put this here, here, and here. Put water there, water there. Aqueous accumulator here. Perfect. Okay, then we press B. Click on this. We're going to need more bronze plates. Okay, so that kind of sucks, but I think it'll be fine. We can just run over here. I believe into this one. Grab out the copper dust. We should have the other stuff we need in there, I think, already in our thing. Come over here. I don't know why I ran all the way over here again, but whatever. Where it will go like that. And then we click here and get out some bronze dust. To then run over here and do that. Oh, hey, look, this apparently stopped working for some reason. Let's turn it off and back on. I noticed it earlier that it didn't seem like it was doing anything. Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Ooh, I forgot about that. If we click that to turn it off, right? So, even though we have trees in here, it's not seeing them in here. So it's not planting them. We need to come over here, grab this out, go like this. Put that on there too, because we don't want it throwing all of our saplings away. Okay. Okay. Then we can come back, turn it back on, and it'll plant the trees again. Okay, 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 there we go. Perfect, okay. Did not even think of that earlier. Whew. Okay, we also, I think, might need to go ahead. We'll take our high pressure steam boiler as well. We'll bring it up here. And I might put it right here. Right? And the way this currently is, if I went like this, it doesn't change where the power comes out. If I go like that, nope, doesn't change. So is the power just always going to come out of that one side then? Is that the only? Is there no way to change where the power? Okay, so the power is only going to come out of this side. Okay. So with that in mind, yeah. Okay, so that's back up to full power. Which means we come back down here and turn this back on to let that start making aluminum again. How do I do this? What's going to be the best way to do this? Because it would also honestly be nice if we could put that medium voltage one on there to be able to power up like this block faster. But I'm thinking, Okay, here's what I'm thinking. So we got that going. We just need to get our bronze so that we can make our thing, right? So we need to get some bronze plates, which again, we know that this way is faster than that other way. So I don't know why I ever do it the other way, but you know. There we go. We can throw those down there after we got our 6. Come over here, click on this, click on that. There we go. Okay, so there's our 8 pipe. We could bring it up here. Go like this, and this, and this, and this. And then tell it, oh, mm, that is, that is so frustrating. Because of this, the heat was full, so when you put the water in it right away, it was like, oh yeah, boom. I'm not sure why the other one blew up, but whatever. Okay, well, I guess that means we're gonna come down here. We're gonna click on this and click on this. Click on this. We are going to need bronze plates and bricks for that. Means we need to get our bronze plates. Darn. Darn. There we go. Okay, whatever. So if we click on this, we're also gonna need silver plates. So if we go in here and type in silver, we grab the silver ingots we do have, bring them over, throw them on there, let them start smashing, go like this. We can then click on this, go like this, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say 5, 6, and we're just gonna make 3 of these, which means we need some more bricks. So let's go like this. There we go. To then click on here and go 1, 2, 3. Run back over here. Let's get our carrots down here so we can eat our carrots. Ugh. Well, that is a small setback this time. It's not like this was a hard one to do, though. Okay, so we go like that, though. Then we go here, click on this, and go 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Which will then let us go up here, and we could actually just do this on this side this time. Then go like that. And these will now have water in them. They'll let the steam get in them. Yeah, perfect. It'll take a while now, though. And then we do need still a small bronze, or maybe a bigger bronze. I don't know. I think a bigger one would move it quicker, right? So if we went in here and we typed in, right, bronze. I don't know why I hit A there, BRON. So right now we have just a small bronze, which transfers 40 a tick. If we went ahead and just made some bigger ones, right? Like the large, it's 240. So if we did that and we went like this and we went 1, 2, 3, that'll let us do that. We could then come up here, take these ones off, like from there, and go like this. It's not going to let me put it down. There we go. Perfect. Then we connect it there, connect it. Oh, that was already connected. Connect it there. Connect it there. There we go. So we'll be able to do that once these actually get all their heat. And I thought it only needed to be like 300 and something to start making steam. Maybe I was wrong. I mean, it could just be that it was like a little bit more. Might have been like 375 to make steam. Okay, so if you see that, now that's empty. This is getting that. That is now getting steam. Right? So that has steam. So you can see that gets steam. It does that. So for now, though, we are going to go ahead and turn that off to let that steam start building up. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, then we come down here and make ourselves a we need to make ourselves another one of these redstone things. So we'll click on this, right? There we go. So we'll make our flux frame. Come on. Why is it not let me grab it? There we go. I need a new mouse, I'm thinking now. I don't know if my clicks are quite working properly. Let's go ahead and grab a redstone. There we go. So I should be able to, I think, put this right here and put it right there. No, okay, so we do need a converter to be able to convert from here, from EU, into this. But then if we go ahead, go over here, we can turn that on real quick. That'll fill up with power. We could then run over here and go here where we will just click on this, which means we need some of these. Let's go ahead and make a couple of those to be able to make this. We need one of these, which means we need one of these. We are almost out of steel as well. Of course, because of the way that's worked. Come on. Click the things that I'm clicking, mouse. Gosh. There we go. And then if we click on like this, I'm going to assume, yeah, we don't have enough of the soul infused wire, right? So if we type in SOU, if we grab this, right? So if we grab this, right? Come on, grab it out of this. We go to that, we go to the bender, that'll make sheets. If we go to the assembler, it'll do that. Plasma grinder. So if we went to the part grinding, which is the mensonator, right? We would get the dust back out of it to be able to make the stuff that we need. So we'll go over here, we'll click on this, we'll throw this back in here, turn it back into the dust so that we can then turn it back into ingots, then we could turn it into wire. Yeah. So if we did that, that'd be better. Because I want to try to make this 16 wire. Okay, sadly, even with all of that, I am 3 short of soul infused. So if we go in here and we click on that, we type in SOUL, right? Which will give us the soul sand. The soul sand dust. We then press this. We need some Invar dust. So if we click on here and click on here, come on, click on there. There we go. We go like that. Put that in there. We can then press U on this, click on this, and make that 3 more of that. There we go. It is possible that my batteries are just dying in this mouse too, but it's not flashing red on me, so I'm not sure. Either way, let's go ahead and get this once that goes into 3 of those. Perfect. There we go. We can bring it over. Throw those 3 in there to get this other wire we need to make this. There we go. So then we click here. come over, click on this, and if we shift click on it, will it want to? No, it won't. Okay, so we go here, we type in LV, grab our basic circuit and our machine hall, put that down, and then we grab this like that to get our energy converter. Perfect. We can then bring it up here, put it right here, grab this, put that right there, and then that should, is it, why is it? Huh? I'm confused. Why is it not? Is this going to be one of those stupid things where it's like it needs a cable to actually pull the energy out or to whatever? Okay, so if I hit B, type in gold, just grab a. Actually, you know what? I could probably go like this, right? 2, 3, go like that. Click here, throw these in here. Grab this from here, click in here, go like this. Let's see if I could do this. Let's see if it'll let me do this. There we go. Grab this 116 volt. Boom, there we go. Put it down right here. Grab our wire cutters to connect it up to there. Grab this to connect it to this. And it's still not pulling the energy out of there. Why? I mean, if I turn that on, it's like insufficient outputs. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's literally right there. Right there's the output, right? So is it quite literally we had the only way to. Okay, well I'm gonna put that right there then. Let's go grab a thing. We'll go in here, type in at Cree. Grab this out. I don't have any more of the diamond cable, so let's go ahead, grab that out. Come over here, we'll click on this, we'll click on this, we'll click on 3. We will then throw a couple of those in there. And then we'll run this up here. Put this on there. We will then, I guess, run down here. To this. Or once this is done with this, we'll grab this out of here. Once this is done with it, yeah, we'll grab this out of here. There we go. We'll come back over here just because I don't feel like pressing the B button. Grab 2 more of these. Okay. We'll then bring this up here. Throw it right there. And then one of the things that's also we need to do, let's go ahead, actually, let's grab this from here, put this here, let's grab this from here, put this here, let's go like this, and go to configuration. There we go. So yeah, we can't put the power directly into this, we just actually have to configure it so that the power goes out, which I completely forgot about doing. But that's fine. That's fine. We can now go like this, so, and take this and put it up here. I was hoping that this would be quicker than it is, but it's not super fast. I'm assuming that there's a way to speed it up with whatever that is, but you know, whatever. Let's go ahead and take that down. Let's go ahead and grab this. There we go. And yeah, so then I could also go ahead, probably take this. We could grab our wire from here, take it from here up to there, and yeah. Okay, and then once this, yeah, this just needs more steam, so ouch. These only make steam so quick. Low pressure steam things. Okay, so we would just need to figure out what we need to be able to make steam faster. So how do we make steam faster? So let's go back down here again and type in STEAM and click on steam. So we could get it from a chemical reactor from some stuff. We could get it from the electrolyzer from some stuff. The fluid heater. So we would make a basic fluid heater, heating your fluids. So if we did something like that, that's 1.5 seconds to make almost a bucket from 6 millibuckets. And if we had a medium voltage one, which is going to require a lot more stuff. So let's go ahead, come over here, we'll click on this, we'll type in heater. Right, so we have apparently an arc furnace, which is counted as a heater, basic fluid heater. Click there. Okay, what do we need? So we're gonna need another machine hall, which means we're gonna need more steel, doesn't it? STE. Yeah, so most of our steel is in that form there. We do have a block of steel here that if I can click on and go like that, we could bring over and throw it in the bender. I don't even know if we have any steel over here. Oh, yeah, we do. We have 30 blocks of steel here, so sweet. We go like that. And throw that into there. Perfect. Okay, we could also go ahead, come here, probably click on this. Throw this into here. To let that go. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's going to give us some more of this and more of this. Lithium. We would mix that with some sodium stuff to get some of that, or we would mix it with some of that to get that. We pack it, canner. And apparently we can scrap melt it into liquid lithium. Liquid lithium we can combine in a fusion reactor with liquid silver to make indium, or we could just put it in buckets. Okay, perfect though. That actually sounds pretty good. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab these steel plates that we got in here. We'll go like that. Let's go ahead and throw just that in there. We'll just make all those steel plates. Then we go over here. We click on this. We click on this. Boom. Make our machine hall. Basic fluid heater. We also need one more of these, which means we need to make some of these. So let's go ahead, make just that. And we click on this to make that. And then we need some of these. So if we click on there, we go like that, make some of those. Boom. Just make 2 of these for now. Yeah, okay. Then we can click on the electric pump. which needs some rubber rings. So let's make some of these. There we go. We also need some tin, I think those are tin rotors on this too, right? Yeah, so some tin rotors. We click there. I think we're actually gonna need. Oh, we didn't need 3 of them. Okay, that's fine. Click here. We're gonna need 10 screws. Of course, we're gonna need 10 screws. So 10. Go ahead, take some tin out of here. We'll bring the tin over here. Throw it in there. Oh, we got 10 screws. I forgot about that. Okay, we go like that. But it's mainly the rings we need, so we need to do this anyways. There we go. We grab those. We can then bring them over here. Close this. Press U on that. Click on this. Throw that up there. Go like that. We then need some of these. So 1, 2. They go like that. For this, because we need 2 of these, so we need 2 motors. So we go like that. And actually, yeah, we need to go like this real quick. Don't have a file anymore, so we'll go here and find the steel file. There we go. And just make 2 of those real quick. And then we'll click here and just make a bunch more iron rods to throw in our polarizer. Take out that steel, throw that steel in there. There we go. There we go. Iron polarized rods. We come over here, click on this then. Throw those in there and go 1, 2. To then click on this and go 1, 2. Perfect. And then we go up here, click on the basic heater. We now just need some ×4 copper. The 1, 2. There we go. Perfect. Basic fluid heater. Perfect. There we go. Now we can take it and bring it up here where we will pull this one here out, right? And we'll put this one here down. That'll get water in there. That water will turn into steam if we power it, which we power it. We might be able to power it like that. No, didn't think so. Okay. So we would need an energy converter to get power to there. Which kind of sucks because we don't really have an easy way to do that. So if we go like this, right, we grab this from here. We put it right there. We need energy to get into there somehow. So we're going to need this that connects to right here. So then grab our energy converter that we have. We'll put this right here. We'll put that right there so that we can pull this off of here to connect it into there. Okay, so that'll connect that power to there. We can then grab this from here, put it right here. Grab this from here, connect it from here to here, which will give this power. And then we just go here, click on show recipes real quick. And just regular water with 1. So we would need to click on this. Turn that into 1 to get steam. Okay, yeah. Okay. Then this, we'd actually want it right here now. Like that, I think. Yep, okay. Then we just need to get another bronze pipe. If we go here, of course, it's going to double click. That's my thing, BRON. We went with the large bronze pipe. We go like this. There we go. Grab that from here. Put it right there. And connect it to that. So that should now have steam in it. Insufficient energy. You know what? We're just gonna break this and put it back. Okay, nope. Gonna break it and put it down like that. That way there, that goes there. This power. Okay, yeah, the power. So we would need. There we go. Find the one that actually has the power on it. We break this. Put this right here. Then we connect this to this. And this up to that. But this still has power. See, so this is where we need. Now we need something that transfers steam much faster than that. So we might, I don't know for sure. Let's go ahead. Like, if I went ahead and we got rid of these 4 blocks, right? And we used this, right? Can we do that like that? So that's now filling that up faster. That's now emptying that faster. So it's nice, except for, yeah. So we do have essentially a way of cycling powerfully here. It is sad that this, even though it's the only thing on this thing, it is using up pretty much all of the power that this thing makes. But that is now doing that to that for that. Okay. So that's just that much more power. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead, also hit E, click on this, muffle the turbine, muffle the boiler. Perfect. Okay, so this is now done, I believe. We now got all the aluminum we had in there, the singulum. Yeah, okay. So now we come over here, click on this. That'll actually, that's actually some more aluminum in there, but we could click on here, take out the 2 clay from here, and throw all that clay into there. Perfect, like that. That'll go, and that'll make some more of that as well. Okay, then we could bring the aluminum over here, where this will make aluminum. Okay, so that's that. That's that. We could grab our drum from here, bring it over to here, put it right there. We'll start filling it with nitrogen. We could then grab this nitrogen and bring it over here and get it filling up in here too. Perfect. And that every 30 seconds we'll be making an aluminum. Nice, nice, nice. The next major step with the electric blast furnace, I think, is going to be kind of trying to get it up to the Kenthold here, which would be faster. But let's see where we're at as well. So we got our power there. Do we get anything for that? No, nothing at all. Okay. Anything for that? Nope, didn't think so. Okay, so we're not too worried about that. We could look into solar power as well. and see if that would actually be more consistent. Since we have it set to always be day, we would then be able to literally just put a solar panel on top of one of these and just have it constantly be putting stuff into there. Yeah, I think that would be a thing, but I think that's going to be a bigger issue to worry about later. Because basic energy core, we click on that. As you can see, we need circuits and diodes and stuff like that, apparently, which is weird that it's like, hey, this is a low voltage thing, but in order to make it, you need medium voltage stuff. But that's fine. That's fine. We also have this. I'm not sure what these actually do. Medium voltage stabilize. So I'm assuming like this is stuff. So like if I wanted it to stabilize, make it so that it works with other things. Let's see. So what does this say? Ultra low expansion kit. So if I clicked on this, augment for redstone flux, capacity times 4, transfer times 4. Ooh. So would that actually is that where I'm actually limited right now? Capacity times 6, transfer times 2. And then this one is transfer times 6 capacity. Ooh, oh man, those are cheap. Those are cheap. So if I go in here and type in there we go. Um, I'm gonna assume like some of these we can't actually. Some of those ones we can't do from thermal extra. Okay, so yeah, we can't actually do the thermal extra ones. So what are these even called in here again? So expansion coil, so coil kit. So if we click on here and type in coil, um, I'm assuming like we're gonna need. Okay, so this would need an alloy smelter of a low voltage coil kit. Ultra low. So we click on like this one, right? And we need one of these for that. So to do that, we're going to need probably some gold rods or plates. So if we type in gold, we're going to need gold plates. So let's go ahead and make some gold plates real quick. Like so, there we go. That's fine. That's more than we need. So we come back here. We click on this, throw this in there, throw that in there. Click on this, go like that. There we go. Then we should be able to click on this. And if I take this, right, we take this up here and put it in that can now hold 2 million and it could transfer 6 million. Okay, okay. That's actually very, very nice. So let's go ahead and make a couple of those if we can. We are definitely going to need some more gold plates and... Ooh, those require silver plates. Ugh. Which means we're going to need more silver. I don't think we really have any silver. I mean, it's possible we have some silver in here, but I don't think we do. Iron, tin, no. We do have gold. I don't think we have any silver in this one. Iron, tin, zinc. No, we don't have any silver in that one. Okay. So let's just run all the way over here, get some more gold going. That we will eat real quick. Like so, get all that food up. go like that and go, okay, so silver. What's the easiest way to get silver again? Silver. Actually, I think because we get silver from this guy, right? Which this guy uses like the liquid lubricant stuff, or this, was it this here? Yeah, I think. No. Uses the drilling fluid. The drilling fluid, which we make um in this guy. Okay, so this guy makes the drilling fluid, which uses the lubricant in the stuff. Okay, so if we bring this over here, we grab this from here. I believe we put this right here because we did that from that. So that'll put the drilling fluid in there. Okay, then I think we needed more stone dust in order to make the drilling fluid. So we go in here and we throw stone dust in there. That'll take the lubricant and turn it into drilling fluid, which will then do that. Okay. Which means we also need lubricant. Or no, it looks like it's using water. Okay, so it's lubricant, water, and okay. Okay, so that's doing that, and that'll pull that out of there, and this will fill up with drilling fluid. And then we could take this and jump up here, grab it, bring it over here, put it back down there, suck it out of there, which will put it in there. And then, of course, these aren't full, but that'll do that, which will hopefully get us some more silver. The other way we can get silver, I think, if we go in here, because I don't think we can really get crushed silver and stuff like that, but silver dust. We could get it from silver. We could get it in a centrifuge from black bronze, but I'm assuming again the centrifuge basically is because it splits it apart. Silver dust from silver oxide in the electrolyzer. Signalum dust. We could get silver back from it. Sulfate, lilium, raw, whatever, something else. Silver oxide. Okay, so that's all that. Electrolytic separators, pretty much the exact same thing there. The ore washer was crushed lead. And yeah, so crushed lead has a high chance of giving me a silver. Thermal centrifuge was, so if we have galena ore and a thermal centrifuge, or purified galena in a, so I believe the galena is the one that we get, right? I don't remember. We come over here, Sabolite, Galena. So yeah, so if we went like this, take our crushed Galena, and we bring it over here to our ore washer, and we throw it in there. Of course, that's going to take all of that out of there, so we are going to need some more distilled water real quick that we could then put in here. Like that, right? So if we went like this and we pressed U on this and we go to ore washing with distilled has a chance to give us sulfur. Okay, but then if we pressed purified galena and a thermal centrifuge, we have the silver dust. Okay, so yeah. So with that though is where we want to be able to take our thing over here, and that was why we had this set up. So if we did this again, we go ahead and we put this here. You just put this right here, even though it's not going to work yet. We go like that and that. That is heating up. We do need a source of water. So if we go back over here, we click on this, we click on this, we click on here, go like this, go like this. Let's go ahead and just make a couple of those again. So we go like that. There we go. We got that. Now we grab our 2 buckets of water we'll need. We run over here. We go like this. We break. Come on. There we go. Break this, this, and this. We go like this for 1 bucket of water. Go like that for a 2nd bucket of water. Drop down here. Put that there. Get back up. There we go. We could then put that there, and that there. And the accumulus thing goes right there, with that there going right there, to suck water up into that. So that that could then make steam, to put steam into here, to then crush those. Yeah. Perfect, okay. And we can let that go for now, and then that'll come. We come back to that later and get a bunch of whatchamacallit out of it. This here, we will take this from here again, right? And go here. Throw it in there. And we got this barite dust as well that we got from something. I have no idea what it is used for. It's thrown in the electrolyzer to get barium and sulfur and oxygen. Okay. So with that, we could technically, yeah, we could throw it in this one, right? That, I mean, 6 of them. And the electrolyzer, we have 9 there. Did I not connect? I connected the power. Whatever. It might be a, we press that, it might be a, yeah, it's a medium voltage one, so it would have to go into this one. Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and grab our aluminum from here, run over here, and throw the aluminum in there so we keep making some more aluminum. And yeah, okay, we'll let that just go. We managed to get 4 silver. So if we press U on this again, right? So we could take this, we could smelt it directly into silver, or we could crush it down into 2 silver. So we could take it, throw it in here, and that'll give us 8 silver for it. Yeah, I'm thinking we definitely want to upgrade these to hold double the amount and be able to transfer. Because I think right now it's like, yeah, it's able to transfer 1,000, but we have it technically 8,000 wire. So I think that's part of the problem with our system. Wait. I heard the... No. No, don't do that to me. Okay, well, whatever. I was gonna say I heard the one guy this time. I actually heard him go, but I guess he doesn't actually exist. Darn, that sucks. How are we looking at on our charcoal here? So we are kind of low on that. I don't really have a lot of inventory space to get a lot of it right now. Okay, I hear... Oh wait, he's probably below. Is he below here? No. Okay, I don't know where that I don't know where that other llama spawned. Like, oh, he's up there. Okay. Although, what's up with this llama over here? I dropped him, and it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. What do we have in this? Just that. Okay, so that's an empty one. Silver was doing stuff, right? Okay, and we just want to double check and make sure we can't turn this into two different things of silver, right? So if we have that, that'll turn it into that, which turns it into just one thing of silver. Yeah, so we just now have 8 silver. So let's go ahead, take this here over here. Is this full? It shouldn't be. Oh, the gold. I completely forgot about that gold. Okay, yeah. So we'll bring the gold back over here and throw it into the computer. Let's go ahead and throw this steel in there too, and that sapphire and that stone dust can go in there. The aluminum plates can, the tin can, the fish can, the charcoal can, that can, that can. Yeah, there we go. That's some more room. There we can grab a bunch of charcoal out. Come over here, go like that. There we go. And make some charcoal that we could then put inside of these. Let's go ahead and separate this out here and there, and then go like that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I mean, I could technically take this now that this has 1,500 or 1,400 in them, or 14,000 in it, and move it over here, make a system that it basically loops around, and make it so it essentially just loops around, and put a mechanical arm over here that will fill those up. But I don't feel like doing that yet. That's going to take a little bit of work. We now need to make our silver, so let's run over here, grab our silver, throw it down, because we need to make those silver plates just so we can get that stuff transferring more. Okay, there we go. Let's go like that. Right, there were silver plates, right, for the thing. So if we went in here and typed in kit again, so I'm assuming a low voltage kit, we would need soul infused gear and a low thing, but that would do. So if we went and, okay, yeah, so we'll do this. We'll get 2 more of these here, which require silver plates, I'm pretty sure. For this, right? Silver plates. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay. So there's that. We can now run over here to this, click on this, click on this. We need 2 of these. So we'll go like this and go 1. Of course, we're out of gold now. Our gold plates. So let's go like this and grab some gold out. Bring it over here and go like this and go 1, 2, go like that. There we go. And actually, we do need a 3rd gold plate, don't we? And we're actually going to need more than that. So let's go like that. There we go. Okay, so then we can go here. We can throw that up in there. And then we click here. Click on. Like this mouse clicking thing, not actually clicking, is bugging me so much. There we go. We go like that. There we go. So then we click here. And click here and go 1, 2. Okay, and then it said in a low voltage thing, we need 2 soul infused gears. Soul infused gears, we would just need some more soul infused stuff. So, I mean, we're going to need what? To make this, it was 2 gears. So we get 1 gear. So we're going to need 8 times 4, which is 32. So if we go like this and type in SOUL, we get soul infused dust, right? We go like that, click here. We could then, because I don't think we have nickel over there anywhere, we go like this and go like this to get 32. There we go. To where we can then click here and go like that. We ran out of soul sand, which we could just throw in there in 1 second. So yeah, let's go here and type in soul sand, which we only have 6 of in there. Okay, so let's go over here. But as you can see, that is crushing this now. Oh, it's not. One of these apparently is not enough to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that off for right now. Gotta let steam build up in it. But we could also go and grab this soul sand right here, right now. Bring it over, throw it in there. Start getting some of this so we can get some more of our soul infused dust. As we need still another 12, 14. So we need at least another 28 soul sand dust. So once we get 28 dust, there we go. We can then bring this over here, click on this, throw that up in there, click there. There we go. That's 32. We can then bring it over and smelt it. And then once that's smelted, we will have what we need. Okay, I don't think we really need this lead anymore. I'm going to take it and throw it down there. But if we click on this again, it's 2 gears and an alloy smelter for at low voltage for that. Okay, so we go like this. And half of this needs to become plates. So half of it becomes plates. And half of it, actually, really, we didn't even need that much because this doubles the amount of rods we get, right? Yeah. So we only needed part of that. Okay, so we click here. That'll give us the 16 of those. That gives us a 16 of these. We can then come over here, click on this, click on that, press plus on that, throw that and that, which will give us this. We then come over to our alloy smelter and we throw this plus this in there. That's a 30 second. So in a minute, we will have 2 low voltage things, which would be really nice. It would be cool if we could get these ones, right? Like soul infused extended RF coil, because that's 8 and 8, or 10 and 4, or 4 and 10. But this this next one here that we're getting here is going to be good enough, I think. 4 and 10, yeah. So we can take this 4 and 10 out, right? Bring this up, go like this, and do that. We can now have 4 million in here, and it could transfer 10,000, right? So look at how fast that's actually depleting because of how much it could transfer. It could transfer so much that it's just depleting. I'm assuming because it is now. I'm assuming it's all going over here, but I'm not sure where it's going. So that's got full power. It could be going all the way over to here. This is gaining power like crazy. So yeah, I don't know what exactly it's going, but yeah. Okay, then we grab the other one from there, bring it up to here, put it in there, and Oh, that's probably why. Okay. Okay, so we are. We definitely have some power issues now. We definitely need something bigger than that. Even though that's a low voltage, going into a thing with a low voltage augment on it, it is still not working properly. Can I put this? Do I risk it? I think I might risk it. Okay, let's risk it. Let's go ahead, break that, put it right there. Okay. Okay, so nothing happened yet. So if we go like this, I don't know what side's power. Okay, so that is getting power now. Okay, so that is power going back into it. Okay, so then we could take that and break it. We're going to go ahead and take this and break it, and we're going to break that, right? Okay. The other thing fell down, didn't it? Yep, it did. Okay, perfect. Okay, fine. Fine, that's fine. Okay, so now we can bring this up here, put it right there, and as you can see, it is gaining power, and that is gaining power. They're not gaining power super fast, but that's mainly because these can only get so much from these, right? 'Cause these have 600 a tick, so yeah, until these fill up, it's gonna be slow. Okay, so but then we could go like this and put this one here, put that one there. We could then connect this to that, this to that, this to that, this to that. And then we will probably just go ahead and connect this one here. Um, over to here, like so. There we go. I think that's good. So that technically should help move power around better. But I do think we are going to need to get some medium voltage ones of these, or figure out how these carbon brushes work. So if we go back in here, right? Let's go back in here real quick and type in at create, right? And we scroll down. There's the carbon brushes, but there's also this reinforced motor. So if we go like this and we type a whole W on this, right? Motors allow you to generate rotational using electricity. So that turns. You can configure the speed using a wrench, however, the amount of SU output. Okay, so I think. But basically, what I'm thinking is you have the brushes, right? Which, it shows the thing being built, blah, blah, blah. You have the rotational, you have that, you have that. Right? When rotating coils generate electricity as long as they're surrounded by magnets. Electricity can be generated by coils using the carbon brushes block to then go down to the motor. As the magnetic force magnets around the coils, the percentage of SU turned electricity efficiency. So is that just the maximum amount we can get out of this? Is that all it's saying? Is that's the maximum? So like right now, that's got that much stress unit. So if we were to put, right, so because we could technically speed it up a bit more with that, right? Because right now these are, unless that's just going at max speed. That might be going at max speed. So if we grabbed, let's go ahead, go in here, go like this. We want to make another steam engine. What are we short on? Of course, it's not going to tell us. I'm assuming it's going to be the copper block. Copper. Yeah, we don't have a copper block. So let's go ahead and make a copper block. And then if I shift click on this, we got that. Okay, so if I go like this, steam engine. Okay, then we grab this and we put it right there. They're now at 13,000 each. And that's now at 5,000. And that's at 5,000. So if I look at this, that's lower. Okay, so that's lower. Okay. So really, if I can figure out how to increase this here, how fast those go without breaking the system is going to be the goal. I am going to try something that I tried once before. And it's probably not going to work. But if we go in here and we type in at create, right? We have this rotational speed controller, right? So if I break this here, no. Yeah, we're going to have to break this here, break this here, and break some of this stuff here to get this to work, I think. So we'll have to put this right here and right here. Right, so we get those going up, connected to each other. If I then put like this right here, and then we get up here, we're gonna have to climb up this thing, right? So we come up here. Let's go ahead and press B, type in cog, where we grab this big cog wheel here and put it in here. Okay, then we will grab another vertical gearbox. Or no, we need a horizontal gearbox. So let's go ahead and we'll press B and we'll type in at create again, see if we have vertical ones or not. I don't see, but we do have some chain drives which should work, because then I could go like this and put it right there and right there, where I could then bring this over, put it there. We could grab our shaft, put it here, put it here, but we will need to still make some more vertical casing things. Do some of these vertical gearboxes. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2, so that we can put it right there to start spinning that. And right here to start spinning that. Okay, so right now these are both only at 1,000 with 80%, and so that's only producing 1,000 a tick. So if I come over here to this and we right click and take that up to there, these are now at the 700 in the 5 whatever. Okay, so now if we go here and take it up to 100 or 96, these are now at 11,000, and this is at 1,000. So that's definitely filling up much quicker. I mean, the what low voltage, they still only do so much. They're transferring most of their energy into these thing. So like that one you can see is full. That one's not full because that one's not full. But we are now generating even more power. Okay, so we can't go quite that high. So that's as high as we can go right there, which is doing 19 SU and 1.5 thousand a tick. So that's actually our limiter right, our biggest limiter right there, is how fast we can spin these. But right now, these are getting full. These can transfer a heck of a lot more power than they could before. So we should really be just fine. Like this should be getting filled up. And this should be getting filled up. Which this one I think is really another one I think I'd actually prefer to have this on. Like this one's good to have it on, but I think I want it inside of here. But yeah, but I think now because of the way we have this, we have cables that'll do 8,000, right? Right, these the blue cables do 8,000. Yeah, so these can do 8,000 a tick. These are now generating 1.5 thousand a tick, so we're getting 3,000 a tick total, even though it's only 1,000 in each one of these. But you can see where they're at, and we are going good now. Okay, perfect, perfect. So that is literally maxing out the system as much as we can. Of course, I'm still not sure why this doesn't have more water in it than it does. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we were to upgrade that. So if we came over here, we did this, and we said pipe, right? And we clicked on this again. So if we did this, we are going to need 2 of these. Invar, we'll go like this. Invar. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn half the Invar we have into Invar plates. Like so. But then we click on here and we're going to need 1 of these, which means we need 2 of these. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2. To be able to make another 1 of those. There we go. We come over here once this gets our 6 plate. We can go like this. And go like this. And this doubles the amount of water that we're pulling, I believe, right? Because like right now we look at it, it is pulling 50. If we go like that, it pulls 100. And yeah, that definitely has more water. It is now 96,000, which means I think technically we could take this not to 200. Okay. Up to 192 now, which is 23,000 on those, which is 1.8 thousand on these. Nice. Nice, getting those carbon brushes up. Making more power because we have more power. Of course, you know, if these ever run out of charcoal now, then we'll come to a grinding halt. But we are now making massive amount more power. Yeah, so let's go over here. We'll open this up real quick. Carrots are right here. Let's go like that. Take some of those out so we can eat. And yeah. Perfect. Okay, so we get this. We come over here. We grab out our 28 aluminum that we could bring over to our basic bender. I'm going to go ahead and throw all 28 aluminum in there. Because, yeah, we need silicone dust for something, right? So we had silicone dust. So if we press U on this and we go to our electric blast furnace, medium voltage 2 with the small piles that we have. Okay, so then what we could do, let's go over here. We could bring this over here. We click on this where we could throw this and this in there. Because we did have enough silicone dust to make the one, which that is going to, holy crap, that's going to take for, I didn't realize how long that was going to take. Oh my goodness, that is a long time. What, 450 seconds divided by 60, right? So 450 divided by 60, that's 7.5 minutes. Oh my goodness, 7.5 minutes. Assuming we don't run out of power. We're barely, like you can see that that's doing that. Let's see, those do have enough power in them. This still has power in it, so it's not fully draining. That has power in it now. Let's just go look at these and see how these are doing. That is not draining. That is not draining. We have fixed our power issue by being able to speed these up and produce more power. Nice. So since we're getting, again, 1.8 and 1.8 a tick, that's, again, 3.6 that we are now getting, which is much, much better than it was before. Okay, what are we looking like on drilling fluid? Drilling fluid, we got 7. Let's go ahead, grab this, bring it over and put it right there so that that can get lower and start making us some more there as well. Perfect. Once we get enough drilling fluid in that, we'll be good. Okay, but now I also want to go in here real quick and type in drum real quick and see which one of these was bigger. Okay, so an aluminum drum is 128 or 1,000 buckets, right? Because right now we're doing 32 buckets. That's 128 buckets if we did aluminum. Stainless steel is 256 buckets. Titanium, tungsten steel, whatever that is. But we could technically make an aluminum bucket now because it's actually not that expensive to make that overall. We'll go here, grab this. We'll go in here and we'll type in alu. So we could take out a couple of those like so we can make some more aluminum rods out of it, right? Because we'll click on this, and if we click on this, I'll be able to just straight up make that, of course, because we don't have an extruder. We could put it in a forge hammer, but that's a waste of time. Okay, there we go. So we go over here now where we click on this. I click on here, we click on here, and go like that. And go 1, 2. Be able to click on here and make an aluminum drum, which holds, again, twice as much. So we'll be able to go like this, go like this. That's got or not twice as much, 4 times as much, right? So we could go like that. Put that in there. Put that there. And that'll start filling up with drilling fluid. Perfect. Oh wait, we got some silver dust in here. And some gallium in here. Okay. Nice. But still, we got drilling fluid. If I press R again, it is basically the same amount, except it's going to be the same amount of stone dust, just the same amount of both waters. It's just slightly less power, slightly quicker if we were using distilled water, which does not matter for us right now. Okay, perfect. Perfect, though. Where are we at here? Halfway to that one, which is going to be nice. Okay, so if we go to whatever silicone dust, that'll give us that, which I believe we needed, for silicone dioxide, which, I mean, Yeah, how do we get that? Silicone. Flint. Oh wait, we get in a centrifuge if we put glass dust. We can get some silicone or flint dust. We can get. Okay, let's do that. We got some flint dust, right? So let's go in here real quick. Type in flint. Just trying to get some of this stuff thrown through. Centrifuge. We could throw that in there to get silicone dioxide, which would give us a couple of quests there completed. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Lithium and sodium. Do those give rewards, right? Yeah, so those give rewards. So we could actually take those out of here too to get some rewards for those, which would give us more of that. Perfect. Okay. So some of the other things we're looking for chlorine and methane, which we get from water. We get from this, which we get this from a chemical reactor of hydrochloric and methyl and some other stuff. So that just sounds like a lot of work right now. For now, let's go ahead, throw these tin rods in here, this shaft in there. We'll throw the lithium, the gallium, and the other stuff in there. I'll throw those in there, the Invar plates, the aluminum plates, steel plates, the connector. We'll go ahead and throw the silver and the silicone, whatever, in there. We'll throw the coins in there. Yep, perfect. Okay, and if we then come over here, we grab out this 6-wire that we had going as well. I feel like there was something else we were just doing. Oh, yeah. No. Nope. Okay, so how are we looking at here? So that's full on oxygen, and that's basically full on nitrogen. If we come over here, why is this idling? That's got drilling fluid in it. I mean, none of these should, nothing should be full to where it's not turning on. It's got power. Again, drilling fluid, drilling fluid. We turn it off and then turn it back on. Huh, I'm not sure why that's not working. If we go over here, the output buses are empty. That's that. That's raw or oh, okay, because that's why. That's why. Okay. This one's full of slurry because yeah. Okay, so if we go like this, put that there, and this, and put that there. There we go. There we go. So it doesn't always keep the residue and the slurry in the same thing. So yeah. Okay. That's good to know. But yeah, okay, so we'll grab our gold plates. Let's go put them in here. And yeah, we now have solved our power issue with this. We are getting this. What are we looking like here? This just says it's done. It says it's done. Boom. Nice. So now we go up here, click on this to click on this to get this, which gives us the wafer thing, which yeah, in order to even do that, we need to be able to make a advanced cutter, which means we need some vanadium steel, which means we need vanadium magnet dust, which we get that via centrifuge, I'm assuming, with thing there. Nope, not that way. Electrolytic separator, nope. Ore washer, nope. Grinder, nope. Crusher, nope. So we have to do it some other way. So we get it here, which we need that for that centrifuge. We would need the sludge to make it, which we might have to do. We might have to make this sludge stuff. I don't know. We'll find this out here in a second. That needs a medium voltage thing. So we get that and we get this. So if we click on here though, that's all those. So can we get this anyway? Ore grinding and ore crushing. So no, there's no direct way of getting this. Can we get it from this? Is there a way to get this stuff? No. Okay. So there's no easy way of getting that. I'm assuming it has something to do with this. So go to the resource production chapter. Resource production. We need to get this here, which means we need the raw or the rare ore residue. Okay. So it has something to do with the rare ore residue. So we should be able to go ahead. We'll grab our bucket thing here. Come over here. That's slurry. That's the residue. So we'll get this. Okay, so we could go ahead and check mark on that. And then if we click on this again, we click on this, there's going to be a way of getting it from this rare ore residue, right? Crusher, packer, ore washer. I don't see it in there. Okay, so we click on this and we hover over this, we click on this. It doesn't actually say how we get it. So if we go like this and we press, I was going to say if we press U on this, we get this, right? So if we press U on this, we put it in an electrolyzer, we'll get chromite, sludge, rare earth thing. So we need to put it in an electrolyzer, medium voltage. Okay. Okay, so we then could bring this over here then, right? And if I put this in here, though, again, we go like this, we press U on this, we press U on this, that will give us raw ore slurry. What does raw ore slurry actually give us? We put it in a centrifuge, gives us these other ones. So we don't actually want to, so if I go like this, we'll take this, we'll put it in there. I was going to say I don't actually want to destroy the slurry, but if we then take this, right, and we press U on this, and we throw this in a centrifuge, right? Okay, so that's not doing anything. It should. It just needs one of them in a centrifuge. Oh, it's medium voltage. Never mind. So we would need to get medium voltage centrifuge in. So if we go back up here, right, that's probably, who knows if it even wanted us to do that. Laser engraver, cutter. Okay, so nope, it didn't say anything about that. Okay, so what do we need for a medium voltage centrifuge? So we go in here, advanced centrifuge, click on that. We're going to need all of this. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff to work on for right now, and it has been quite a while. So, yeah, we are going to get this one done with. For now, we upgraded our power significantly, like majorly upgraded our power. You know, we now have 4 million in these. They could transfer up to 10,000, which is good because they were only transferring whatever before. Which really, honestly, this is, as far as I could tell, all we're gonna need, because you can't really transfer more than, these wires only transfer 8,000. Unless for some reason we can like use the other energy cables to transfer between these, or we could figure out how to possibly, if they make me able to connect to medium voltage or something later, who knows. Or the other converters, who knows for sure. We might be able to figure out if they could connect to other machines and stuff like that at a later date as well. For now, though, I think we are relatively good, right? I mean, we're getting our power. It transfers all of it everywhere. We're doing that. I think the biggest thing is going to be building something to make sure all of these stay filled and whatnot. And then, of course, once we can upgrade our water thing again. So let's see if we went into here, the IP. Once we do this, which is going to be pretty expensive overall to do that. But once we do that, and then once we're able to do even this will get much better because we could then fill it up with water even faster. Which technically I think I could probably do if I just made another one of these aqueous accumulators, put it back here, and add to how much water we are pulling out. But I'll look into that, and if we could do that and we get this thing running at like full speed, would be amazing, because then we get all of our power issues solved everywhere. And yeah, that is currently not doing anything. Let's go ahead and grab some more of this out and put it in there like so. There we go. Perfect. We'll get that going, doing some stuff. This thing here might actually come down because we do have this one now, and this is much quicker. But yeah, we'll be doing some of that stuff. Yeah, we know what we're doing now. We're going good. I still do kind of want to. I wish I could move this thing again, but it's not. Actually, that might be not hard to move. Copy, because we do have this. So if I went in here and we make this here, right? So I make this, right? We can then bring it over to any of these machines, throw it in there, and that'll start powering that up, right? So we might be able to just like copy this from here and go. Actually, I don't know if we need a copy paste. Is there a cut and paste? Cut. Yes, we do. We do have a cut and paste. What does it say it does? Voids drops of removed block. So I'm going to have to look into this cut and paste gadget as well. We're going to go ahead, go like this real quick and go boom. We might be able to just straight up like freeze it and then like cut and paste it in rather than copying and paste. I mean, copy and paste would still work. The only thing would be is if we'd have to tear the entire thing down. Basically we would build it or copy it, tear it all down so we have all the blocks, and then go paste it elsewhere. But that, again, I will look into that and see if we can figure that out. If we could figure that out, we'll be in a pretty good state, I think. I think I'm going to go like this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that and connect that there. Raw ore residue. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring it over, put it right there. And go like that. Put this in here to get it to just start doing this. So we can start getting a bunch of this, which this we could turn into cobalite dust, which we could then turn into cobalt, arsenic, and sulfur. Nice. So that's going to be good there. perfect. We're not really doing anything else with that. Let's go ahead and hit B real quick. Take out some logs and throw them in there. We can take this coke that we got out of there. And yeah, for a while this will go like, okay, so that's actually already finished. So we just grab this, I guess, and bring it back over here. And it's filling up with slurry, isn't it? Yep. The residue went over there. So if we go like this, and tell that to pull that out of there. There we go. Then we go like this. Is there a way to lock these? Oh yeah. Fluid locking enabled. So yeah, okay, so let's go ahead, grab this drum. We'll put it down before we do any of this other stuff. Let's go ahead, grab this, bring it over here. We're gonna put this right here. Well, then go like that, so that this can start working. Now, perfect. So right now, this isn't getting anything. We gotta wait for it to actually finish once, right? Yeah, so we gotta wait for it to finish once. So I am gonna go ahead, pick up slurry, put it there, pick up residue, put it there. I don't know what fluid lock, why it's so we have that on there. That's slurry. Okay, so we could do that, and we could do that. Okay, so that'll now only get residue, and that'll only get slurry over here. Okay, so we go like that. We go like that. Perfect. Nice. Okay, then we go ahead and grab this. Bring it over here. That'll do that. We'll start getting more silver and all this other stuff. And we'll be good to go. Nice. And of course, we got this stuff here. And all of this now. We got the chromium, the rare earth. And we even got some skystone dust. Nice. The skystone dust is very, very nice. Because with that, we can make the energy acceptor a power hatch for your ME network, which will let us put power into our ME network. Of course, we can't really do any of that until we get whatever star steel is, which is going to be a thing, right? So once we figure all that stuff out, I'm assuming it has something to do with possibly the rare earth sludge. If I press U on this, we can throw this into a centrifuge with medium voltage to get rare earth and rare metallic residue, which we then take that, we throw that in an electrolyzer to get calcite and silver. So yeah, perfect. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you are at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time for some more Star Technology, now that we have figured some more stuff out and how to get some more stuff. Yeah, we also, like I said, with more power, we're doing good, and so on and so forth. I need to take care of that llama. He's bugging me. Yeah, let's actually, you know what? Before we fully get off, let's just run over here real quick and open this up and see what all we got. So we got some more of this. So if I was to click on this, can I throw this stuff in a grinder? Yes, I can. Nice. To get more gold. Perfect. But yeah. So I could always take this out of here. So this, if we could get this going, if we get that going better to where we're actually getting more stuff in there. I was like, why is this power so low? I didn't even realize that that was still in there. It did not pull the legs out of there. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Peace out. See you later.